wicked, my people. You know the vibe. Welcome back. Welcome back. Reporting live from the Bronx, New York. We're going to be in the High Bridge section today. Go by Yankee Stadium real quick, see if we can see anything going on over there. Yeah, we're going to be in High Bridge section today. Hey, Boogie with the hoodie and all of that. You know what I mean? Here we go. He's about to hit. Ooh, hit it. Hit it. It's the Deegan to our right. We ain't going that way. Coming up the block, you know. This is University Avenue over here. Burnside and all that. Go to High Bridge. See what's going on over here, if anything. That sun is killing, man. My apologies for it. But yeah, welcome to the Bronx, New York. Afternoon. Good afternoon. There's going to be a lot of school bus traffic. A little bit. But yeah, this is the High Bridge section back here. If you know A Boogie with the hoodie, this is where he's from. Yeah, this is West Tremont. I don't even know what cross block, but we'll make it happen, my people. These lights are lights. Never change them now. What's up? Yeah, welcome to the Bronx, New York. For those that never been, you're here today. You heard? Welcome to New York City. And that sun is killer. It's supposed to snow tomorrow around here, so you'll see emergency of the state tomorrow. But yeah, that's High Bridge right there. That big old building that you see there. There's too much traffic. We're gonna go around this way. This is on the cliff up here. The sun is like messing up the whole shot. Messing up the whole shot. Here we are on the cliff in the Bronx. We're gonna go towards Yankee Stadium. It's just a bad time right now because there's a lot of school bus traffic, but it's alright. We'll figure it out. Yeah, welcome everybody. Happy afternoon. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully everybody's out of work or getting out of work. Hopefully some of y'all millionaires that ain't gotta work. Road. That's the road we on right now. We're trying to become millionaires, my people. But yeah, this is on the cliff here. Hello there. And that's up. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Construction going on, building everywhere. Salute, my brother, USA, you're ready, man. Thank you for coming on for the quick second. I appreciate you. Salute. You know, it's nothing but love, my brother. But yeah, that sun is killing us right now. It's killing the camera, but it's alright. We're gonna make this turn. I'm trying to get away from the sun. Go ahead, bro. so you guys don't have to squint your eyes. But yeah, they're building up the Bronx. Soon enough, it's gonna be nothing but apartments and storage. That's it. Oh, man, make the turn, bro. What are you waiting for? Don't know what he's waiting for, but figure it out. Hey, what's up with y'all, man? Y'all working? Y'all home? What y'all doing? Y'all still eating turkey or se acabó? Is the turkey done or y'all still? Everybody's sick of it today. Yeah, we on Ogden Ave. Chicken spots popping. 170th in Ogden. We're gonna run right into the Bronx Zoo, literally. But yeah, you know the vibes. Got a little supermarket, Bravo, bodegas, Big Sal's. Y'all know Big Sal's? Yeah, my people. People come, people go. Welcome to New York. Yeah. Yankee Stadium is literally, say another 5 or 10 minutes directly ahead of us. We're gonna have to go around though, because we can't go straight. And, these lights are annoying. It's like I'm catching all the reds, and this guy's just hanging out at the green light. You gotta love it. Welcome to New York City. Everybody's in a rush to go nowhere. Welcome. Yeah, $2.85 for regular gas. You heard? If you need gas, it's $2.85 on 167th in Ogden, west side of the Bronx. $2.85, ladies and gentlemen. Get it for the low. Traffic. Always look forward to traffic. That's what's up, man. When I come on up, I'm gonna have to do some giveaways, you heard? Not right now. So when I come up. I ain't gonna front. Some of y'all in here, you know, y'all make it the other reason I keep doing it. True story. Yo, but what's up? What's going on? I'm gonna have to get annoying with the horn, you heard? Everybody's effing around right now. And this is one of the worst times to drive at this time. All the school bus and all the sleepers are out right now. I feel like just cutting all of them off. There's a school bus there, so don't want any moving violations today, my people. But we're gonna hit them with the horn. Feel me? Gotta blaze the horn every now and then because they asleep. Radio, man. wait for the light. Between him, Amazon, and every other double park. But yeah, once we get to this street light coming up, Yankee Stadium is right in front of us. Again, I told you, I warned you about the traffic. As you can see, there's a school bus up there. So school bus doesn't make rights on red. They don't do none of that. What they do is follow the law to the T. U.S., Bronx, New York. Singapore Life, we're in the Bronx, New York. I'm about to show you Yankee Stadium right now. As soon as I make this left turn, we'll be in front of Yankee Stadium. Across the street from it, not in front of it. But yeah, you got it, man. Salute. Salute from the Bronx, New York, yeah? Thank you. I appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone who comes through, whether you talking good or bad. I appreciate you. Gotta hit the horn. They're not paying attention, you feel me? Starting to piss me off. I should not take this long. But yeah, look, there's Yankee Stadium right here, my people. Right here. I don't know if you can see. We're gonna turn that way. We're going a little further up because this is where I gotta turn. Golly, messed that up. We're still gonna turn anyway. I thought I had a little more running room. But yeah, my people, this is Yankee Stadium. Welcome to the Bronx. Boogie down. You'll see it a little better once the underpass. Oh, damn, could I turn that? That's for the bus only. But yeah, that's the stadium right there, my people. The home of the Bronx Bombers. Oh, I'm showing you another muffler. But yeah, that's Jeter right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm gonna try to zoom in. That's Jeter. But yeah, this is the stadium. It used to be right here. Well, there's nothing there no more. But it used to be on that side. And then you're ready. They remade it. And now it's over here. But they still have some like plaques and stuff like that from when the stadium was on that side. I forgot what they named it. Independence Field. I don't know what the heck they named it. But this was the old stadium right here. This was the old Yankee Stadium. Right in there. Now, that's it there. Right across the street. The stadium is new, brother. I want to say less than 10 years. I might be wrong, but I want to say less than 10 years. Maybe just a little more, but it's new. This one is the new one. We're gonna go down. You see the train right there passing. That's the 4 train. And that's the train you would take right here. This is Yankee Stadium. That's the name of the stop. So if you take the 4 train, it'll bring you right here. You can walk right into the stadium. But sometimes these places right out here, these bars and all that, are more jumping than the stadium on days where they playing. Yo, this gets crazy over here. You heard? This is Jerome. This gets unwalkable. I'm telling you what, next time when they start playing again, I'm gonna come down here when they're playing home games, and you'll see these things are famous. Stands and all that. If you look up stands on YouTube, you'll see. This is, they love it there. I'm holding up traffic. Trying to come around the kid. Yeah, all these are parking lots for the stadium. It'll cost you more than the ticket will. It's like $70, you heard? It says parking starting as low as $67.98. That's it, you know? 67 to watch a game. I don't know if watching it on the TV. Oh my God. But you know, you got it, come on through. The Bronx welcomes you. feeling me or you're not feeling me? Yeah, I mean. But yeah, that was Yankee Stadium, and again, this is nothing but parking lots now, because, you know, they're trying to get people to... What time is it? It's right now, it's 3:14, 3:16. Yeah, afternoon, school time. That's why you see the buses. And honestly, we've gotten lucky because school lets out like at 2:30ish. So luckily we're not running into the school bus traffic, but they would literally be stopping on every block to let off kids. It's just a pain in the butt, you know? Oh wow, no. Dummy. Yeah, we're gonna go to the concourse real quick. Show you how to hostess. The college hostess. It's one of my people. You know what I mean? Head that way. I used to play Little League in this park here. Back in the day when I was reconnecting my people. My fault, man. Now I'm in the Bronx. Bronx, New York, my brother. Bronx, New York. Kenny. We are on 150th and Walton Avenue. We're gonna go to 149th. We're gonna make the left turn there. I'm gonna see if I can find some of the zombies. You know what I mean? But yeah, now we're in the Bronx, New York, my people. Next block is 149th. Oh, look at this little thing. This is cool. This little Honda here. Thing is small. Super economical. And it's right-hand drive. That's what's up. That little thing is nice. Take that down to Florida. You heard? Take a trip to Florida in that thing. Probably only goes like 80 miles an hour, if that. Took us 3 months to get there. Yo, but what's up? About time for the horn, my people. Gotta use the horn. A little Honda Civic there, you see that? Ready for the Fast and the Furious. It's all, again, this is the melting pot here. You heard? Everybody's here together. You heard? We got everything. You got Spanish, blacks, whites, Asians. You got everything, bro. We all live together. You know what I mean? It's a lot of Albanians, a lot of Italians, all Spanish, all descents. You feel me? Man. Again, this is the melting pot. Everybody's here. But nah, it's not zoned out. If you got money, you can live with some, you know what I mean? Wherever you want. It's crazy because now, I say the hood because it's just, you know, what people call it. But they put in some nice buildings in the hood that, you know, it might cost you $3,000-$4,000 to rent, where it might, you know, the people next to you might be on Section 8 type. You know what I mean? So, it's, you know, it's both here. How about over there? How's it over there? It's like that? You're in Singapore? Word, you see that? As soon as I did it, they did it. Come on. We're on 149 people. We trying, but it looks like we're gonna get caught in the light cycle again. Hey, hostia. Nah, we're not. There's too many people trying to cross. If not, you know, your boy was going through it. But I don't know why the heck the camera keeps getting dark like that. Yeah, we're on 149th. Walton. We're gonna be going towards the 3rd Ave. See what it's like. How a 1-bedroom out here right now, a 1-bedroom right now, Singapore life, a 1-bedroom here in New York City, in the Bronx. That's where I live, in the Bronx. It's like right now maybe like $1,400 to $1,500 a 1-bedroom. A studio is like $1,000 to nine and some change, and you're ready. A 2-bedroom is like paying mortgage. Word. Yeah, driving out here gets ridiculous. I'm gonna have to do something ridiculous on stream right now because the light is gonna change and they're not gonna try to let me pass because the U-Haul stuck in the middle there, and you're ready. We gotta, you know, when you drive here in New York, you gotta take your, you know what I mean? You can't wait for them to let you in. You gotta take it, because if not, you'll be here to midnight. People see the light is green, they still want to cross. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They can care less. But either way, we're gonna make it. We ain't in a rush, but we rush in. You heard? Look at this guy. You can't see him, but literally trying to make a left, and the guy's trying to cut me off on the left. It's crazy. And again, this is rush hour time, so you know you're gonna deal with all of this. Now we renting, you heard? Again, I'm telling you, that's the rent. Those prices, it's a rent. To own, oh my god. A little house out here is like close to $1 million, no lie. Depending where you get it. But it's crazy out here. It's crazy. But yeah, this is Hot Stoves Community College right there on the right. Hostess, not hostess. Hostess. I know. It's a famous college. Well, I gotta get gas before y'all see me pushing on stream. You don't realize. Yeah, we're on 149th right now. Park Avenue. We are in the Bronx. We're not in Manhattan. You're gonna see 149th and 3rd Avenue. There's a lot of videos on YouTube on 149th and 3rd Avenue. Traffic is crazy all the time. So when you're from here, you know, avoid these places at these times. You know? When you're from the Bronx, you normally, in certain areas you avoid at certain times because you know you're gonna be stuck in a lot of traffic. And this is one of them. You're trying to pass through Fordham Road, you're trying to pass through Southern Boulevard, 3rd Avenue, Co-op City, all that. When at this time, worst time. Everybody's coming out of school, out of work, and just outside. Come on. You gotta have a horn out here, you heard? If not, you're going nowhere fast. 9 out of 10 times, it's people sleeping. Look at all that space the white BMW has. He's just there lollygagging. Probably tweeting and shit. Yeah, let me put it over here so y'all can see. Little stores. 5 to 6 is still congested, but at least we lose the school buses. You know what I mean? The school buses make everything worse. When the school bus is out, which is normally 2 to 3, that's when the traffic is the worst. 2 to 3. After that, we have a lot of traffic, but people got common sense. You'd be surprised. You got common sense, so the traffic moves a little better when it's just people coming out of work. But yeah, this strip here has a lot of eateries, a lot of clothing stores, everything in between, cell phone stores, all that. And this isn't even the main avenue. 3rd Avenue is the main avenue. We're right here on Cortland at 149th. But yeah, this changed a lot too. They just keep on changing this. Every time I come through here, I'm like, wow. It just keeps aren't changing, which is good, you know. But a lot of drug addicts over here. A lot of people come here and film YouTube videos, and it's crazy because of that, because of the drug addicts and stuff, and they get a lot of views because it's a lot of them. You know what I mean? It's literally, I call it the Walking Dead because they be on that, on them substances, they're leaning. You heard that? You be like, yo, it look like a bunch of zombies. Just lounging there. This is 3rd Avenue, right where that bus just passed. That's the main avenue. That's the main avenue. But these are, look at that, 99-cent pizza. You get a slice for 99 cents. You hear? I always be showing the $1.50 slice. Now we know we got a 99-cent slice. You might grow a tail or something, but it's $1. Holla. I can't turn here, but that's where I'm gonna try to make it over here. I'm gonna try to take you out where they normally film the videos. If I can get around there. Yeah, you see that red right there on the right? That's only for the buses. You catch a ticket if you drive on there. The only time you can stay on there is if you're gonna make a right turn. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a right turn at this light. So I'm gonna use the bus lane. You can see there's somebody else there already. Again, you can be on it if you're gonna make a right turn, but you can't drive in this lane. It's a ticket. They go sanitation, causing traffic. 99 cents. Great news for the homeless. The homeless don't buy food, bro. The homeless don't ever buy food in New York because people give them food. You feel me? So they will never buy food. All they gotta do is stand in front of the pizza shop and say, oh, could I have $1 for a slice? And somebody will buy them 2 slices or 3. But yeah, now they don't waste their money on food. They waste it on other things. You feel me? But yeah, we're gonna go around and then I'll go down that block, see if they out there. But they literally, I don't know why they hang out there, but literally there'd be like 50, 60 of them right there. They're like, what the hell? Yep, on drugs, bro. And that's crazy. I'm telling you, a lot of people have come here and recorded there to record them. I try not to do stuff like that. You know, if I catch you when I'm walking and I'm not gonna go there to exploit it or whatever. But again, you know, to each his own. I don't be caring. You do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, some people be acting silly to get the views, and I mean, you know, whatever works for you. Do whatever works for you. You know? So y'all be looking at this live, and is a guy and a girl. I don't know their name. And all they do on the stream is go ooh woo, and it be like a lot of people in that joint. Then I say I might be ooh wooing soon. You know? I might have to start to ooh woo. Word, but they be getting them views that I'm like, yo, that's crazy. They be having hundreds of thousands of people in their lives, and all they doing is saying that ooh woo, ooh woo. And I'm like, you lying. I seen a live where someone was sleeping, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, but again, get it however you have to. You know what I mean? Get it by any means, yeah. That's how. Oh, this dude's about to get hit by the bus. Wilding out, my boy. It's the bad thing, you know. A lot of people think they invincible to cars and shit. They be playing around, you know, acting like a car don't hurt. And that was a bus. Imagine that. That would have been the end of Shorty Wop. But yeah, this is where it all goes down right here. When I make this right turn, this is where they all be at. They be on them substances. Crazy enough, there ain't not one of them out here now. They probably got tired of people recording them. But yeah, they normally be right here, yeah? Talking about a mob of them. But good thing, they probably got hip. Like, yo, they recording y'all, and they was like, yo, let's get up out of here. You feel me? Yeah, traffic everywhere. We're gonna go towards the South Bronx, Southern Boulevard. Take you out to the Big Pun Wall. can see the, show you. Thank God for my sister that got me this phone case. Better than the one I had. Because I was not able to hold the camera with the other mount like this. Because of the case. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Another problem here in New York City, in the Bronx, all New York City, is the double parked cars. Everybody wants to be double parked. So now the New York City bus gives you a ticket if you double park. They snap a picture of your license plate, like everything else. And then they send you that in the mail. Here you go. Stop double parking. Look, for the people that say we're not here, there you go. Ronald, what's up? Welcome to the Bronx. You know, funny enough, there's no "the" in Bronx. It's just Bronx. And of course, you know, there's no "the Brooklyn," "the Queens," "the Manhattan." Is nothing. It's Bronxville. And of course, we made it the Bronx. But there's no "the" in the Bronx. In the Bronx. Double park is when you instead of, you know, parking in a spot like this, you park next to it. You know what I mean? And then you leave the car there. So people have to, you know, go around the car. You're not supposed to park. In New York, you're supposed to parallel park in a spot like this. But imagine that car was just there. So now you have to go around that car. And you're ready. So that's the problem that we have. So when we driving around, sometimes you're gonna see people cover their license plate, like they'll have like a towel or something, and that's why. Because the bus comes by, the first bus comes, it snaps a picture, right? You got 5-minute grace period. If the next bus passes, that's the one that gives you the ticket. They go NYPD on the corner. I gotta hit the horn. Hopefully they don't. That's not me. That's the guy behind me. I'm not gonna do it because he did it for me, but I was gonna. We'll do it now. I need to get some gas, you heard? Because soon I'm gonna be pushing, and that's not a good thing. Word, he honked the horn for me. He was like super impatient, and he's moving slower than molasses back there. I don't even know why he was honking the horn for me. Got a little taco spot. Oh God, a little taco spot right there. This is the 2 and the 5 train right now. This is the South Bronx, my people. We're on Westchester Avenue. Salute to the $1.75 tree. It's not $1 anymore. Word up, you got to, bro. If you know, if you don't honk here, you're just gonna. If you don't honk, you're not from here. If you don't honk the horn, it's because you're scared. You're like, oh yeah, let me not honk the horn so they don't. Because you know, sometimes I honk the horn and people be flailing their arms and all that. You're ready, you'll see it all. Anyway, changing the subject real quick. Before we go to Big Pun, there's a real famous, again, if you look this up on YouTube, there's a famous dude that sells pernil, that's pork, roasted pork, Puerto Rican way. His name is Piranha. He's freaking known. Look, again, changing it again. $1.50 slice. This is where he's at. If you look him up, Anthony Bourdain, mad people, a lot of people have come here. And he sells it out of the, you're gonna see right now. He sells it right here in the South Bronx out of a truck, you heard? Yeah, I know Corona Queen. We're gonna be over there too. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the whole Bronx, the whole New York, not the Bronx, the Bronx and New York. And look at what I was saying. Look. See, the bus pulled out the stop sign, and now we gotta wait because they're gonna let kids off. You feel me? This is Jackson Avenue in the Bronx. You feel me? And she got a $5 slice. That's not a $1 slice. She got it from the chicken spot. But yeah, Piranha, this is where, if you see that, word, thank God you feeling me, because they don't be feeling me. But yeah, this is where it happens, right here. piranha. You gotta come to the South Bronx, and he be having the lines of people to come eat his food because he's good. He's good. You know what I mean? Where I be saying, you feeling me or you're not feeling me? Nobody feeling me. You the first one, so pause on feeling me. Well, you know what I mean. But yeah, this is where he does it right here. You come right here, and you get yourself some El Pernil. It look like he moved the truck to right in the beginning over there, right under the train. But yeah, this is his section right here. Get the good eats. I'm gonna show you where you get the good alcapurrias. You heard? I don't know if y'all mess with them, but alcapurrias are delicious. That's a fried fritter that we have. Stuff it with some picadillo. Man, good eats. Yeah, this is Nycha right there. Those are Nycha buildings. All of that is Nycha. This is Fat Joe's section. Fat Joe's from over here. They about to honk at me. Yeah? Oh look, we got people that live in these now. Everywhere. Go down Webster Avenue. They got a bunch of those like mobile homes and whatever that is. Trailers. God knows what it is. You from 183rd in Washington? I'm gonna go over there, bro. It's a fact. I'm gonna go to 183rd in Washington. I was just over there. I just came from I was on Jerome and Evelyn place over there. Yeah, the Bronx is nice, man. A lot of people, talk down on it and they say, it's dirty and this and that. Listen, the Bronx, you'll come down here and you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna come back again because you're gonna love it. Again, we don't care what you got going on here. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care if you're broke. I don't care. We don't care. We just here. We welcome you. You heard? We welcome you. Watch right here. When I make this left turn, this is St. John's. I have a St. John's. They got the alcapurrias here. You heard? The best in the Bronx for sure. I'm not lying. If you're in the Bronx and you want alcapurria, come over here to St. John's. It's closed today. It opens Tuesday. But right here. I should be getting paid for this. But yeah, margaritas, yo. No lie. You have one from there and it's like having it from Puerto Rico. True story. On Prospect Ave. You know the vibes. Some more bodegas. I was gonna say, this is what they consider the hood. When you see a lot of bodegas, a lot of, how you call that? Liquor stores. There's a lot of life here. In the rich places, there ain't nothing around, you heard? Just the place. Here we go. Yeah, again, this is what they consider the hood. There's liquor stores on every corner. There's stores in every corner. They try to keep us here. We don't need to leave. You know what I mean? Like, stay in your section. That's how it is. And again, everybody comes to New York and wants to go to Manhattan 42nd. And it's like, bro, ain't nothing going on over there. Nothing's going on over there. You left, but I'm still gonna take you to your block, my brother. You're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, wow, I remember getting penny candies. Bro, you know what's crazy? A mint bowl. I don't know if y'all know a mint bowl. A little mint. Bro, this is 25 cents for a mint. I remember when they was 5 cents. That shit is 25 cents. I seen a pack of now and laters. They wanted $2 for a pack of now and laters. Bro. Crazy. Bro, crazy. I'm just like, I don't understand it, man. Don't understand it. So just imagine if, oh look, this is the oldest, this is like the last, how you call that? The last music store in the Bronx. Word now, I remember when they were 10 cents, bro. I'm kind of old, but I remember when the now laters were 10 cents. But right here, you see Casa Amalo? Bro, this is the last record store. You can't get no music anywhere in the Bronx but here. This is a staple, no lie. This thing is like, oh my God. Once that old man dies, that's it. you already know. Ain't nobody gonna continue that. But yeah, you can still get CDs and tapes, and imagine that. Imagine that. You get tapes and CDs still. And it's crazy because again, if you look this up on YouTube, Casa Amado, people come here, like, you know, people do content here because this is the last one in the Bronx that I know of. Word. Crazy. But yeah, we about to go Nata piripi ping ping ping, periquito ping pang, sigue moviendo periquito ping ping, periquito ping pang. Yeah, and actually when we was just at, we just came from 3rd Avenue. That's when it goes underground. It's all above ground until it's all above ground past here. This goes all the way to 180th and all that. We're gonna go to the Big Pond Wall right now. This is I love it over here. This is my section. You heard? You heard? You feeling me or you're not feeling me? Stay over there. Don't come on, come on. Light is green, light is green. Trying to cross. Relax. She started talking shit after. I was not gonna engage, bro. But yeah, this is all these buildings too. These are all new, left and right. These are all new buildings. None of this was here before. I know. You're ready. They just building. You can see the Big Pond Wall from here. We're gonna get closer, but that's the Big Pond Wall right over there. You know what I mean? The first Latin rapper to ever go platinum. You know? And salute. I got my car broken into here like 3 or 4 times when I used to live out here, so salute to you, my boy. Luckily I never caught you because una ensada de puño y pata. But you know. Yeah, that's where I grew up at, bro. This is where I lived when I left. But I grew up on 183rd in Crotona. You know what I mean? It's literally a block, 2 blocks away from the Bronx. That's where I grew up at. I grew up in 2260 Crotona Avenue. And that's a fact. Crazy because one of the players from the Mets bought the whole housing projects and he did them up. I ain't gonna lie. He remodeled that. Official. Forgot his name, but that was where I grew up at. That's where my mama lived. I used to live with my mama. But yeah. This is Rogers Avenue. They do tours here. They bring all the white people from Manhattan. I'm not trying to be funny. They bring all those people over here in those big charter buses just to come here to take pictures of this. That I'm like, wow, imagine that. You know what I mean? Imagine the impact this man had. And this man has been dead. Yo, Danny, that's gone, bro. I was heartbroken. The house is gone, bro. I'm gonna take you over there. I'm gonna go over there right now. Word, the white people come here, bro, to take a picture of this. That, yo, I'm telling you, it's crazy. I used to live right here. I used to come downstairs. When I used to smoke cigarettes, I used to come downstairs to smoke a cigarette, and I would be like, damn, these people are really out here. Like, and right there, you can see it says Christopher Lee Rios, November 10, 1971 to February 7, 2000. Hip hop's first Latin to go platinum. It's crazy. Crazy. But yeah. Yeah, heck yeah, they come. The bus stays right here, bro. The bus, the big charter bus, there'd be 2 of them at a time. They park right there. The people come across the street. They take pictures here. They take pictures of the train. And they get right back on that bus, you heard? And they scoot on out of there. My dad has the classic bike club on Southern. Where at? I'm going to go through that, bro. You know I'm right here right now. The swing clubs. Because I be seeing thousands of them, you heard? But yeah, and you're ready, man. It'd be crazy. Yeah, they come, they take their pictures, and they get up out of here. That'd be like, you know, If you hear somebody, like, let's say I know you and you're across the street, we both different sides of the street, and I'm like, yo, they'll be like, oh my God, they're about to get us. And it's like, again, we don't care. I don't care that you hear, like, you know, most of the time they hate on New Yorkers. It's like we stick out like sore thumbs a lot of places. Not that we want to, it's just, you know, people know I'm not from, you know, their area if I leave New York, because we just have a different, you know, we're just different. A lot of people are loud. I don't like those, you know, I'm loud when I'm with my people. I'm not loud, you know, obnoxiously. Maybe if I had, you know, to drink. If I drink too much apple juice, I get ready. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a totally different vibe, man. But I go everywhere, and you know, I'm respectful, man. I go anywhere and I have a good old time. I go to Florida, I go to Georgia, I go to North Carolina, South Carolina. Anywhere I go, you're ready, man. I have a good old time. People always bug out with me because, again, oh wow, bro, that's crazy. I remember I was a little kid when that happened too, that Happy Land thing. And I remember I memorized, I don't know it now, but I remember it used to say, rest in peace, all 87 innocent victims. I memorized that little mural that was over there, right past, you know, right by the church and all that. I memorized that when I was a kid. And that was crazy, bro. Did your mom make it, or did she pass in that, bro? That's wow. But yeah, and it's messed up because the dude's name was Julio, so we're not gonna shout out that Julio. We're gonna shout out this Julio. But yeah, nah, that was crazy, bro. I remember seeing the newspaper and all that. I was shook. Happy Land was a social club, you heard? Happy Land, this dude caught like a jealous, I guess his girl cheated on him or something, and word, he lit the freaking social club up, bro. He killed 87 people that were in there having a good time. This was in the 80s. I was a little boy, but I remember that. I lived right down the block for, you know, lived on 183rd in Crotona. That happened on East Tremont, a few steps away from East Tremont. East Tremont from 183rd is probably a 10-minute walk. You know what I mean? But yeah, again, work. And then I don't know if y'all remember Junior, the kid that he unfortunately met his demise by those 6 or 7 people that had those machetes and all that and did him in. Again, that's probably a 6-minute walk from. Damn, bro. Sorry to hear that, my brother, man. Sorry to hear that, for real, because that's sad, bro. Well, salute to mami, you heard? Que Dios la bendiga siempre. You know? But, man, thank God for that bouncer, you heard? Salute. God bless you, bro. For real, because you're here today because of him, and it just sucks. But look at the moon, my people. See that? See the moon? Out in the Bronx, baby. Yeah, that's horrible though, my brother, man. But yeah, I'm over here wilding out. The cops are right there. I didn't even notice that was them. Hopefully they don't cut into my lane. Be like, sir, what are you doing? That's a real hero, bro. And for real, I mean, he did save one, you heard? Or maybe more than one. But that's wow. That's sad, my brother. That is sad. And I'm messing around. I really need gas. My joint is on E. Well, that's what I'm saying. He saved one. You know? He saved one. Yeah, we gotta do it, my people, because I need some gasolina. A mí me gusta la gasolina. No tengo gasolina. Everybody's mad at me because I just did that, yeah. Not the song. I mean, everybody's mad because I just cut them off. But you're ready. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. This is Hutch Point area too, yeah? Brooklyn Boulevard. Hey. Uh-huh. You hear it. You hear it. yeah, that's Hutch Point. Right past that overpath over there. Down there is Hutch Point. But your boy got a headlight out. I don't know if you can see it right there on the Jeep. But yeah, I got a headlight out. If I go down there, that's a for sure ticket. But I'm going to show y'all. See right there. Hutch Point Ave. Subway station. All right, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for the subscribe. And you're ready. I'll be on every day. So you know the vibes. Thank you. I appreciate you. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can keep doing this. Because if not, imagínate. What am I going to do? But yeah, we need to get gas ASAP. Not joking, my people. Not joking. Yo, what? Yo, what? Oh, I wasn't talking to me. Peace, my brother. Be good, man. And again, sorry to hear that, my brother, man. That's crazy. Crazy work. Yo, but let's go. Light is green. What they waiting for? We're gonna have to do it again, man. We're gonna have to do it again. They blocked me off this time. I can't do it again. Nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm not supposed to turn left from this lane, but again, I gotta do it. Hopefully there's not a cop around. That'll be the only thing that'll stop me from doing it. Well, I could turn here. Look at that. I didn't even know that. Vamos. Oh, God. It's like right now, I got the window down, right? And I got the heat on because if I turn, oh, he's about to hit somebody. If I turn the heat off, it gets too cold. But if I leave the window up, it's too hot. It is like, here we go. So yeah, but yeah, man, everybody's in a rush right now for nothing. I just need some gas. I'm not in a rush. But yeah. A lot of people be telling me too why New Yorkers always have an angry look on their face, and I'm like, you know, we just gotta look. I mean, we're not angry. Look at this. I don't know if you ever seen those memes where people be having the real mean face, and then you be like, yo, you ask them a question and they got the soft voice. Oh yeah, how you doing? Yeah, you wanna know? He look like a gangster, but you go and talk to him. Hey, no, how you doing? Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, the time is now 3:52. You have a beautiful day. You're like, yo, he just looked like a gangster. He had tattoos all over and chains. I'm trying to tell you, man. Gentlemen, I mean, gangsters are gentlemen, man. Maria, the light changed already, so we're gonna be here. This is the Bruckner Boulevard, too, yeah. Bruckner Expressway is right above us. This used to be a, how do you call it? A parking lot. They had like old cars here. They got them all up out of here. And they did this whole revolu. So now to get into Hutch Point and out is a whole, oh God. Yeah, heck yeah, I take the subway too, bro. The other day, I got a video, I haven't posted it, but I went to 42nd Street at like 1:30 in the morning just because I was bored. I couldn't sleep, and I was like, you know what? I went downtown, and unfortunately, when I got there, it started raining. But yeah, every now and then, you know, when I get bored, I'll be like, let me go downtown and, you know, see the city. Look at, funny enough, look at what they put there. Gotham City. Fuck out of here. Yo, come on. Got the people asking, you feel me? You see how he got a bag? They gave him food. He got like 15 backpacks on. Because you're ready, you gotta keep it pushing. But yeah, hopefully I can make it to this gas station. Because now it's getting lower and lower. But yeah, I take the train, I walk, I bike, I do all that. You're gonna see all that here. You feel me? I walk through places that a lot of people don't want to walk through. And again, you'll be surprised. You can walk through these places too. nobody cares. You know what I mean? Nobody thinks you can't walk here in New York because you're gonna get. Listen, the rules apply to the world. If I go anywhere and I'm looking at your people in the face while I'm walking through, I'm sure there's gonna be a problem. Same thing here. Same thing here. You mind your business and they'll mind theirs. Now, if you're looking for something, you're definitely gonna find it here. You know what I mean? And that's anywhere, not here. That's everywhere. But you know, crazy things do happen. You know, you just gotta be alert. You gotta be aware of your surroundings anywhere you go. Because people be like, oh, you know, you gotta have your head on a swivel. That's in the world. You gotta have your head on a swivel. You know what I mean? People's out here just ready to do bad at any given time. So you gotta be on your, you know what I mean? You gotta be on your P's and Q's everywhere, not just here. I just feel like all the news here goes like worldwide. You know what I mean? So everybody latches on to that. But it's like, bro, you can get on the train and you will have no incident. You feel me? Incidents do happen, but you can't say that happens every day. You feel me? Dude just decided he was gonna cut everybody off, and they let him too. This is against me, man. Ay, bendito. Me quedó sin gasolina. It's crazy because I see a gas station here, and this is Hunts Point, and I don't want to turn, but I'm gonna have to because I'm really gonna stay without gas. I'm joking around until I'm not. You know what I mean? So we're gonna come right in here to the Icono. Let's see how economical this is. $2.99, not bad. Alright, so let's get some gas real quick because yeah, boy does not want to push. Ay, Dio. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back, man. The fuck? Gotta open the gas tank first. You believe I still didn't open the gas tank? Jesus Christ. My fault. Give me 1 second here. Oh God, it's a little brisky since I've been in here this whole time. It's freaking cold. But yeah, this is, I said Icono. It's a con what? Coño. Coño go. But yeah, this is Hunts Point. It's look right here, look. Got that stupid glare. If you use credit, it's $3.15. But yeah, I never even heard of this gas. I thought this shit said Icono. Nah, my boy. Alright, again. But yeah, we're gonna throw a little 25. We'll wait till we get to the other side. It's cheaper over there. You figure deals? Let's see if I can get 25 or if I shoot over. I hate when I do that too, you know? Yeah, cash is cheaper than everything out here. Cash is cheaper. If you go to the stores and you buy a soda, oh, right on. If you buy a soda, it's the hell? If you buy a soda, it's like $1.25. But if you use your debit or your credit card, that joint be like $1. Some weird number. $1.36 or something crazy. But yeah, cash is always cheaper. But on the other side, it was $2.85. Look, clerk has it. We ain't going over there. Oh, look at we them boys just pulled up. We them boys. It's alright, because we pulling out. You know? That's a fact. Oh my God, what happened here? Yeah, not here in the Bronx, I'm telling you, man. Anything that you buy is gonna cost you more. And look at this is where we was just at. Remember, I made the turn. Look, all that traffic is to go where we were. So you already know the vibes. We're going local, and they go them boys. We gotta get up out of here. We're in a bad spot. This is where you come. You heard? If you're in the Bronx, this is where you come. If they broke your window, if they stole your mirrors, again, this is the Bronx, so all that happens here. Yeah, man, beautiful, beautiful day, my brother. Beautiful sky. It's a little cold. It said it's gonna snow tomorrow. Looking forward to that. We got gas, baby. We good again. You know the vibes. And I want to go down to Hutch Point, but there ain't really nothing down there. Once we get like 2 or 3 blocks to the left of Hutch Point, it's all residential and all that. I mean, yeah, it's all residential. It's like the meat markets and stuff like that. There's nothing really back there. That's commercial, not residential. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's commercial though. You feel me? Yo, come on, my boy. Stopping for. And look, now he wants to cross this man. Yeah, no, you not. Nigga, unless you run, you ain't crossing. Fuck out of here. Killing my time right now. What the fuck is you doing? I'm just driving around, yeah, showing you the Bronx. If you've never been, you're here now. Little graffiti. We're gonna go towards East Tremont and all of that. We're gonna have to because they said a few inches, but you're ready. People, when they hear snow in the city, it's like when they hear the snow in the city, people just start turning into, I don't even know. Well, you're here today. You see that? You got the visit for free. You're in the Bronx, but I will be taking you all over. Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten, all of that. Long Island. But yeah, that's where we heading. AI, you're right. This is AI edited. Come on. What is he doing? You guys got snow right now in DC? It's crazy because my mom and dad left to Florida yesterday. They were driving. They left from the Bronx. And they said that they ran into a little bit of snow. Look at that. I can't even turn right here. Oh my God. Nah, we ain't paying no bridges, man. We ain't paying no tolls. I remember we used to get snow early here, but not no more. We hardly get snow, honestly. The last 3 years we haven't gotten any, maybe some flurries, nothing crazy. You feel me? Look at that, Santa's over there on they got Santa on the fire escape over there, you heard? It's a fire hazard. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. It's like, my boy, that's a fire hazard. Look, I think the next one has a Grinch or a Christmas tree. Again, it's a fire hazard. They don't care. But yeah. On Fox Street, 163rd. Yeah, nah, them bridges be crazy, bro. I'm telling you, now I don't even go downtown with the car because they charge you that congestion pricing. I mean, first off, when you live in New York, unless you live in downtown Manhattan, anybody who lives in New York, you don't really go downtown Manhattan. You know what I mean? You really don't. you stay away from there just because. And if you do go down there, you normally take the subway. You don't drive because before the congestion thing, you don't drive because it's difficult to drive out there. So just imagine now with the congestion thing, it's you know, it's gotten better because nobody wants to go because they don't want to pay. Yeah, all these buildings you see there on the left, all that's new. This was all abandoned. All of it. Hopefully we both fit. Yeah, again, we on this Westchester again, the 2 and the 5 line. Again, the traffic is just ridiculous trying to go down that way, but you can see all the kids are coming out of school. I mean, they've been out of school, but you know they gotta hang out before they go home. And yeah, so like I said, this is what they consider the hood because of that. A bodega on every corner, a barber shop, a nail salon, a liquor store, you know, everything grouped. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're gonna try to make it back under the 2 and the 5 train if possible. If not, we'll go local. We'll pass through Cortona Park and all of that. I think that's gonna be a better bet because I already see too much traffic here. So we're gonna bust a quick left. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm telling you, man, if you ever down here, holla at your boy. I'll take you around. You're gonna be like, yo, the Bronx is my next home. You heard? My second home. Maybe not your next one. Your second home. Probably, I ain't moving over there. But whenever you come here, come through here. You're gonna be like, yeah. Have a good old time in the BX barrel. But you know, everything's chill here. Again, you know, you got your spots. Look, you see what I was saying when I said we was in Hush Point? You see those little things? That little glove? They steal your mirror. Not the whole mirror, just the glass part. And you already turns expensive. So you already know. People have to put that little bag. And I mean, I'm assuming you can cut the little bag, but it's just too much work. But either way, they be stealing the mirrors, the rims, they be stealing they don't take the whole car no more. I guess because nowadays cars have like GPS and all of that, but now they just take your wheels, your mirrors, and everything else that comes off the car. You know, people buy the cheap version and then they take your fog lights, and it's ridiculous, bro. Word. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you what, you're gonna see some more. As I pass by, I'll show you. Everybody has their little mirrors in a bag, yeah? And anybody could come. I would assume you could clip it. In my case, I'm like, I would have the luck that I'll put the little bag so they don't take the mirror. And they'll break the whole thing, you heard? They'll take the whole rear view with the bag and all, with my luck. But yeah, I don't know why. They just take the mirrors, and those things are expensive. You know, it's like $50, $60 for just the glass. So I guess that's why they steal them, because they can resell them. When the catalytic converters were being stolen, oh my God. This was like, they were getting everybody in my neighborhood. And I'm like, got lucky, I got a Subaru. And the catalytic converters on this are high up. That you can get them, but you're gonna have to do way much, more work. So they never got me, but they got, I want to say just about everybody in my neighborhood at one point. And I'm like, wow. I would come downstairs waiting to put the key in the car and hear it open header. But luckily, your boy got lucky. Can't say for the rest of the Bronx, but can't win them all. Or you see, sometimes I come out and I catch sometimes 3 and 4 cars on milk crates that people done came and took their wheels, and I'm like, wow, that is insane. And then, when that happens, if you didn't purchase a certain insurance, I think it's called gap insurance out here. If you didn't get that insurance, if they steal your wheels, guess what? You got to buy new wheels. You know what I mean? And wheels are cheap. Tires was expensive. You know what I mean? You can get a cheap pair, $200, $50 a rim. But the tires ain't $50. You know what I mean? Feeling me or you're not feeling me? Look, a speed camera. If you go past 25 miles an hour here on the street, this thing right here snaps a picture, sends it to your crib. Then you got a nice $50 fine. Word. That's what I'm saying. But you know what it was? A lot of people. Look, crazy enough, this morning, as I turn on the news, I hear a hit and run happened. Unfortunately, it was fatal. A hit and run in what they call that over there? By Parkchester. So they put those cameras for that, to stop people, because people in the Bronx was driving through like we were on the 95. You heard? We were on the 95 south and north. Everybody was driving 150 miles an hour. So they put a lot of bumps to combat it. And that worked somewhat, but then they were like, you know what? They started putting them speed cameras everywhere now. So, and again, as you can see, just last night somebody lost their life because somebody was speeding and hit them and kept going. And not too long ago on the Bruckner Boulevard, same thing. Somebody got hit, a fatal accident, the person passed, and the person jumped out the car and left. Stolen cars and all that. That is nice. So that's why all those cameras are there, but it ain't gonna help if somebody stole the car. They're not gonna care about catching no tickets and none of that because it's not their car. You know what I mean? But either way, this is Boston Road and Lewis 9 Boulevard. Crotona Park is right up the block from here. We'll be passing through there right quick. But yeah, that was the South Bronx, a piece of it, because that's not the whole South, but that's the part of the South Bronx that I be at. You know what I mean? Got a lot of friends over there on Fox, on Kelly, on 162nd, on Prospect. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was the South Bronx. We're gonna head now towards the Upper West Side. That's where I reside at now. I live in the Bronx, but I'm literally 5 to 6 minute drive into Manhattan, the Upper West Side, Dykeman and Washington Heights and all that. But I'm in the Bronx side, not in the Manhattan side. But yeah, look, another one. Look at the little bag. You see the bag on the mirror? Oh God! Nobody has steering wheels here. And then he stops. Come on, bro. Sat there the whole time. He see me go around, and now he want to go around. But yeah, this is Crotona Park here in the summertime. Right here, right past. I'm gonna show you right now. Right past these rocks here in the summertime, they be having, artists, real artists, major artists. They come and do free concerts here inside the park. Yeah, this is. I wish I could. One of these days, I'm gonna walk through there. I mean, it's a little cold right now, so I ain't trying to walk through there. I ain't gonna hold it. I'm gonna turn the camera, so if you're on your phone, turn your phone, so I can get a better. But yeah, this is Crotona Park here. Oh, all right, flipping it back. I'm gonna pass through where VA has said. You heard, so you can see where Happy Land used to be. It's right off of East Tremont. I wonder if the mural is still there. I memorized that mural. Rest in peace, all 87 innocent victims who lost their life. The night, I don't remember the day because I imagine. Ever since then, I forgot a couple of things. But yeah. This is Crotona Park. On this side is just the park side. Across the street, in front of this bus and all that, is the pool. We go to Crotona Pool over there. And they did it up. Crotona Pool before was like, it was alright. It was basic. But now they put a lot of like nice little things for the kids and all that. It almost looks like when you go to like Six Flags and stuff, like their pools, they did it real nice. be having the U.S. Open. The tennis U.S. Open happens right here. You heard? In the Bronx, in the hood. In the hood, you heard? You feeling me or you're not feeling me yet? Here we go. But yeah, look, another one. Bow, speed camera, baby. Catch you slipping, $25. So don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, the U.S. Open happens right here. You heard? They come here every now and then, and they shut this whole thing down. You can still walk through and all that, but this is where they be doing it at, right in there. Be having all the famous tennis players come out here. That's what's up. And again, over there in Dykeman, they do the Dykeman games. I don't know if you guys know about that, the basketball games, and NBA players go over there. You know what I mean? NBA players, imagine that. They in the hood. But yeah, Crotona Pool is right past those rocks right over there. And again, U.S. Open right over here. That's where they play at it when they come. You already know we be right here barbecuing. You'll see in the summertime. Look, I want y'all to see this now. In the summertime, when I come through here, you're not gonna see no grass. You're not gonna see no rocks. You're gonna see is people, and more people. Picnics on both sides, because this is the park too. This is all Crotona Park. And you'll see. Nah, the Upper West Side is Central Park is all the way downtown. You feel me? We're in the beginning. We're not even there yet, but we will be. And look, this is another one. The building I grew up is on 183rd in Crotona, but this building, the same thing, Twin Parks. The guy, I forget the baseball player that bought them, but he bought all of these buildings. And this building did not look like, these are projects, ladies and gentlemen. These are projects. And he made them to look like, you know, they got Soho, right? And you know, they got Sobo. What is it, bro? I don't even know. Sobo, South Bronx. They built it up like that, like Manhattan. Or so they say. But yeah, he did all these projects up because, again, as you can see, this one there and that one there are the same. Those are Twin Parks. You can see his uniform the same way. Not this building in the middle. You know what I mean? But those are housing. Those are NYCHA buildings. Those two that I just showed you. Look at how nice he made them. So again, you know, people be like this and that and that and this, but nah, man. And again, right there, look, I'm gonna show you how. Zoom in. It's time for the zoomy. My fault, people. But yeah. There be a lot, I forgot about that. There be a lot of soccer games here too, you heard? Like, you into soccer, you come here and it be just, you know, the people playing, like people from the neighborhoods and stuff, and they be having some games, you heard? These buildings too, these buildings are old, man. Look at these, this is nice buildings. This is old. You know what I mean? Again, next time you're in New York, holla at me, man. We'll drive around together, I'll show you, and you'll be like, yo, he ain't lying. It's actually nice. A lot of good places to eat. It's just a good vibe, man. Don't believe the hype, yeah? Don't believe it, papillon. I'm trying to tell you. Look, it's crazy because they put the wall up that wasn't there before. But here, right here, they be doing soccer games, football games, and I'm telling you, man. Come to the park at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon to come do a picnic, you playing yourself, you heard? Because there's no more spots left. But if you gotta come to the park at, like, no lie, whenever we're gonna do, like, on the 4th of July, sometimes I'll be doing like a barbecue and stuff like that. I'll do it in Van Cortlandt because that's the closest park to me now. And I gotta get there at like 6 in the morning, you know what I mean, to get a spot. Because if not, you ain't getting no spot. We're gonna make this right turn to see if the mural is still there about what he was talking about with the the Happy Land. I'm gonna take you over there real quick. We're on 176 on Prospect Ave. This is the 95 right under us there. Right under there, right where I'm showing you, right under is the 95. The side I'm on is north. Where that gentleman just came walking from will be south. And we them boys is over there too. See them? That means something happened. Whenever they there just like that, that means something happened in the neighborhood and they gotta stay there. Well, I'm gonna show you another thing too if I run into one. Out here they got these boxes, right? It's an NYPD box. Let's say you shoot a gun, let's say something happened and you shot or whatever. You got into something and you shot a gun. That box will let them know where the gun was shot. Like it'll tell you the gun was shot in this area, so you're not, guessing. It'll literally tell you it happened a mile from here, 250 feet from here. Crazy. I'm sure we'll run into one soon. But again, I'm trying to see if the mural for Happy Land is still there because I'm telling you, I remember seeing that thing my whole life. I was scared. I don't know why. It doesn't detect the gun. Yeah, it detects it, but it also could tell. Again, like we know that the gun was fired, within 250 feet, so they don't have to go looking. I think there's one coming up, or it's either that or a camera. No, it looks like a camera. But you'll see. Where there's a lot of, when you see those boxes, there's a box that says NYPD, and then it has two cameras, like like the mall cameras, those black cameras, that like ball camera, has two on each side. But again, it's not a camera. It's just, again, I guess those are the mics, so I don't know how it works. I just know that, again, if you shoot a gun in front of a building, they going straight to the front of the building. You're like, oh, somebody snitched. Ain't nobody snitched. That thing has the technology to tell them where it happened. Crazy. But yeah, it literally detects where it happened. In the beginning, we thought they were cameras. We were like, oh, they put cameras. And who knows, maybe they are cameras because, they don't tell us everything. But, see, they look like this. See that right there? That's not one, but they look like that. You'll see. We'll see one right now. Oh, there you go. Look. There you go right there. You see that? Yo, hold on, bro. I'm trying to show them something. Got like 4 people behind me. Let me stop before they wash me up. I'm talking like, now the people don't have to, bro. I mean, you know how it is. I'm sure the people are snitching. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Stupido. No. Come on, bro. Just got hit. Oh, this mother sucker made me miss the whole mural. But it's not there. I think it was a head move. Nah, this nigga from Texas is gassing me right now. What are you doing, Vinny Vanadooch? But yeah, they took it out. They took it out because again, all this changed. You feel me? Where the mural was, it wasn't no buildings now. But look, it happened right here. I don't even know, bro. He's on his, shout out to Texas, but you're ready. He was on his Texas wave. But the country club was right here. The social club. The country club. What am I talking about? I gotta bust a U-ski. I gotta bust a U. Because I was trying to show y'all the mirror, but that thing been long gone, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all right now. You and Danny, you in LA Dodgers? Again, I was a kid, but I remember seeing stickers from the Dodgers were in Brooklyn, you heard? So salute to the Dodgers because they won the World Series and they used to be New Yorkers at one point, so shout out to LA, y'all New Yorkers. You feel me? Even if y'all don't wanna be, y'all New Yorkers. Welcome to the family. But yeah, how's LA, man? I've always wanted. I remember when I was younger and Tupac was alive, bro. I thought I was Tupac. You heard? I thought I was from LA. You couldn't tell me nothing, you heard? I didn't want to know about the Bronx. I wanted to be, you know what I mean? I wanted to be Tupac. Imagine that. I wanted to live in LA. I wanted all that. I still haven't gone, but I'm definitely going to LA for real because I've always wanted to. But anyway, this used to be the Happy Land right here. The spot right here. Now it says Oak Street Medical. That was Happy Land. You feel me? That's the country club. The country club. Pero voy a seguir. The social club. That was the social club that the dude caught his girl. I don't know the whole full story. He said it because, unfortunately. But yeah, the dude freaking burned the thing down. He burned the whole social club down. That's all the Puerto Rican get up. You heard? When you need anything Puerto Rico related, that's where we go. But yeah, 87 people lost their life there, man. It looks beautiful out there. You heard the parts that I see. And again, you know, people always talk about, it's like everything, man. I've been to Chicago. I've had a good time in Chicago. I got family in Chicago. You feel me? So, but it's like everywhere, you know, everybody's like, oh, it's dangerous, here it's dangerous. Listen, the world is dangerous, you heard? If you're gonna pay attention to that, you won't go outside. This is Extreme out, by the way, you heard? Word, that was super sad, bro. I'm telling you, I was just a little boy. And I remember I've just felt like a kind of way because, imagine that. All types of crazy things. When I was little, Valentine's Day massacre happened too. That's where I'm from, bro. Crotona Avenue. I'm from 183rd and Crotona Avenue. We're on 178 in Prospect right now. We're going towards Crotona. I'm gonna show y'all where I used to live. That's where I grew up. Block away from the Bronx Zoo. Block away from the Bronx Zooski. Yeah, my people, remember, man, happy holidays, be safe. It was all those people out there, man. Well, look, this is another pool here. This is Mapes pool. These are little hood booger pools, but we was in there. You heard? It didn't matter. Imagine, you know, if you ever come to New York in the summertime, we don't even need a pool because we just open these right here, full blast. You know what I mean? That is our pool. So you already know. I'm gonna go this way just so I can show you a little piece of the Bronx Zoo. And then we'll go up 183rd. You heard? Look at the moon. Wow. Again, these are Twin Parks buildings too. All these projects are Twin Parks. These are 800. These projects be having a lot of problems. You know what I mean? These projects get spicy. You feel me? I could tell you. You know? You want spicy? You won't get it. But I was right here for 9/11. I was right here in the Bronx, bro. I had just took my mom to work on 138th and the Grand Concourse. And as soon as I got in the house, bro, my brother goes, "Oh!" The second plane hit. As soon as I got in the house. Right? No, they do. They do. They definitely do. I remember my project, we lived on the 6th floor, but my friend lived on the 16th floor. He had a view of Manhattan. I was always up there. Beautiful, beautiful view. Look at this guy here. What are you doing? Oh, speed camera. But yeah, look, that's the Bronx Zoo right there. That's one of the entrances right there. This Douche. I don't know if y'all can see the sign. Yeah, you can see it. And yeah, these are the PJs that I grew up on. If you from this area, you will know that these buildings right here, this one here. Wait, I'm showing like 2 or 3 at the same time. This building here is called Dark Side. You feel me? I lived on the light side, which is back there. I'm gonna show y'all right now. But again, mine's is the only building that's on 183rd and Crotona. All the other ones on Grove or Garden or Prospect, or, you know what I mean? Southern Boulevard. We're on Southern Boulevard right now. This is the Bronx Zoo right there. And this is 183rd. Word, they just got them in there. You're ready. The circus, man. But I always said, you know, one of these days, if God wants, Jumanji will happen right here. You heard, in the Bronx. Matter of fact, I posted a big ass raccoon. I was sitting in the car the other night. Big ass, healthy raccoon. You heard? This man jumped out on me. Well, he jumped out and started climbing the tree in front of me. That I was like, I'm not leaving the car until he leaves. You know what I mean? I did like what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving until he leaves. Then once he left, I jumped up out the car and got up out of there. You heard? So you ain't gonna get me. Mind you, he was good. He wasn't sick or nothing. I wasn't with it. But yeah, look, these are the PJs right here that I grew up in. Crazy enough, because my windows used to be right there, so I didn't have a good view. It was a low floor. Jesus, my boy, light just changed. But yeah, this is where I grew up at. Hell yeah, bro. Giant rats all over. All over. That's a chicken spot. That used to be a dental place. Cracked my head there when I was younger. Salute to the dental place. Yeah, Figueroa's. And again, like I said, they building everywhere. All these buildings. See, that's the building I lived in. This building is, you know, different building, but part of it. And this is where my friend used to live on the 16th floor. So we had a nice little view. We them boys just passed. This is called Dead Man's Park. You heard? Triangle Park, Dead Man's Park. Messed up story, but there was a Navy SEAL or something like that. He ended up losing his life in that park. And his brother was also in the service. He came to do like a mural there, and unfortunately, they unalived him as well. You heard? Both brothers, same park. Ever since then, they named it Dead Man's Park. Don't be mad at me. That's just what it is, you heard? I didn't name it. I'm just telling y'all some of the history. This is where I used to hang out at. Yeah, bro. Wow. You know, luckily I'm bike life. If not. But there was a stop sign there. Yeah, he should have stopped. Either way. Yeah, man. Good and bad. You know, you gotta take the good with the bad and the ugly. But yeah, we're gonna go to Little Italy real quick so I can show y'all that. Then I'm gonna take y'all to again, messed up thing, but if you haven't heard about Junior, Justice for Junior, the thing that happened with the kid with all them dudes had the machetes and all that, and unfortunately, you know. But yeah, that's right down the block from here. And like I said, this is the real Little Italy. Bronx Tale. You ever heard of Bronx Tale, the movie? Right over here. This is 187 and Arthur Ave. And 187, you know what that means, 187. And this this avenue is really, you know, upheld that. This is the best place to get pastries. Yeah, Artuso's. Artuso's gotta pay me. I gotta show them my life and be like, boy, I done shouted you out like 2 or 3 times. You gotta give me some cannolis or something. You feel me? But yeah, even here, if you look on YouTube, there was one time like 3 pit bulls right in this church, right outside of this church. These 3 pit bulls got this dude and washed his ass up, yeah? It's on YouTube. Oh, let me show you. Let me get this guy past because he's gonna start honking the horn. But let me show you. This thing has been here. This says, I don't know how long it's been there, but this has been here. I think Jesus was around. You know what I mean? Because that joint has been there for life. Word, the church official. Let me back up. This is my neighborhood. This is where I grew up at. And again, when we were younger, you couldn't come through here. You heard? This was heavy Italian, and they did not want you here. You heard? Literally. You would get chased out of here. You know, now it's changed, as you can see. But before, you had to come here. You couldn't come here. You couldn't come through here. It's just, it wasn't happening. It just was not happening. Just like Crotona Avenue from 187 to 183rd, same thing. You know what I mean? But this is Little Italy. The lines, you see this? Casa de la Mozzarella. The lines here, in the morning, the line goes from there around this corner. This is Full Moon Pizza. They changed the name to Mesaluna. That used to be Full Moon Pizza. But yeah, this is Little Italy. This is where they did Bronx Tale and all that. they normally paint the flag. We'll be here when the festival. They do a nice little festival here. Again, good vibes, man. You come here, you don't catch tickets here. Here, this is Italian owned and run. So I don't know if you know about Italians in the Bronx, but yeah, you don't get tickets here. You could come here and leave your car triple parked. They will not ticket it. You heard? That's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, this strip is my whole life. I've been, you know what I mean? These places have been here with the same owners. It's crazy. It's crazy. Enzo's. This is crazy. This thing here, look it up on YouTube. Look this up on YouTube. They say the best pizza in the world is here. Dude's trying to get around me. He don't know I'm on live. At least he didn't honk though. He knew I was on live. Well, now I'm gonna do to him. I was about to, but he knew the vibe. He's just, something else. But yeah, this is St. Barnabas again. This is where unfortunately the kid met his demise right here in this hospital. And now you're gonna see how bugged out it is. The distance from his house to this, from his building to this hospital is literally 1 block. 1 block. Maybe 1,000 steps, maybe less than 1,000 steps. And he could not, nobody helped him or nothing. That he was in front of the hospital. All they had to do was, I don't know, bring a stretcher out or something. Either way, we're talking about the kid that met his demise. His name was Junior, Justice for Junior, when those 5 or 6 people attacked him. And unfortunately, look, there's a mural there for him. I'm gonna go that way, then I'll come up. This is one of them. See, in 2018 this happened. We got the ambulance behind us. I thought it was the cops. I was like, oh man. But yeah, that's one of the murals. There's 3 of them. So again, I don't know if y'all seen that, because that was like all over everywhere. But yeah, that again, those videos still exist. They're still around there. But yeah, they mistaked him. But everything happened in this building. The building that you're seeing right there, and happened in that building. This is the store that he ran into. This is the store that Junior ran into. They pulled him out of that store. They did what they did to him here. You feel me? And you will see, this is 183rd. Look, the hospital is right there. Right there. He was maybe 1,000 feet away, and he made it to the front here. Collapsed. Nobody helped him, and unfortunately, he met his demise here, right there, right in that guard booth. This is another mural for him there. And on his block, there's one. But unfortunately, right here, right where you see those security guards, look, right where I'm driving up to, right there. He was right there in between those 2 yellow poles, sitting there, asking for water, bro. That's heartbreaking, you heard? 15 years young. Word, Justice for Junior, you heard? For real, for real. And God don't like ugly. One of them passed away in jail. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was crazy, bro. You couldn't walk through here. When that happened, you could not walk through here. People were over here like if they were coming to a meet and greet or something, you heard? I just don't understand it, but it's not for me to understand. But yeah, so it's the good and the bad, you know what I mean? I'm just showing you the real, you feel me? Just showing you the Bronx and everything in between it. Because, word. Crazy, man. Word, for real, I normally don't celebrate. But in that case, yeah, bro. In that case, it's like, bro, you got what you deserve, yeah? Like, for real. Because what y'all did to that young man, y'all gotta beat him up. Worst case scenario. And again, it wasn't even him. They mistaked him. You feel me? I don't know, bro. But again, I remember I was so pissed because I literally, that's what I was seeing on my timeline at that time. That I'm like, yo, what the heck? Like, again, for clicks, people with the clicks is like out of control, you know. But again, like I said, man, some people get on here and act silly. Some people get on, you know, however you make it, you make it. You know? I ain't mad at it, but I ain't mad at it, but I ain't gonna applaud it either. You know what I mean? Ay, Dios mío. It's starting to get colder. I got the window down. It's about time to turn that heat on because you know the vibes. We're super horrible. I'm telling you, the things that happen is like out of control, man. Here we go. Stuck at the light yet again. So everybody wants to give people breaks, you know what I mean? And then eat the light. Like, instead of giving them a break, you should have went. Now I gotta wait for the light. But yeah, man, we on Park Avenue right now and 183rd. If you need yourself a quick little used vehicle, they're gonna have to pay me, you heard? Gonna have to pay me. Holla at them, that's the number, 718-618-0073. Set up a test drive. Tell them Julio sent you. That's the Metro North right there. You heard? You can get on the Metro, $7. Take your ass right downtown in like 13 to 14 minutes versus, oh, you want to go, my boy? Go ahead. That's stupido. Dummy. Like I almost got caught. I was just talking that and I almost got caught at the light. But we got to go through an alternate route because I'm tired of waiting at the lights already. True story. This is Park Avenue, downtown side. But we're going to be cutting up right here. Gotta use the bathroom. Astoria, we haven't gone on the channel, but I've been hundreds of times, and we will be there. You feel me? We're gonna be in Astoria. We're gonna be in Jamaica. We're gonna be all over every borough in New York. You heard? That's a fact. Cause again, I got people out there. I got my people in Brooklyn, mainly at projects, unfortunately, but it don't matter. You're ready. I'm gonna just tell them, listen, take me around the neighborhood because I don't know Brooklyn and Queens and, you know, I know the Bronx, but I definitely go, when I go to Brooklyn, I go straight to Marcy to see my people, you know what I mean? Or, yeah, we going everywhere. We're going to Flushing, we're going, I'm telling you. I'll just go pick up some of my people that know the area better than me, and it'll be even better because I'll have them drive and I'll be able to show more, you feel me? Because that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to find somebody to drive, but my car's manual, and you know, don't nobody want to do nothing for free. It's like, your boy ain't got no budget yet, you feel me? So I gotta do it all right now, but we gonna get there. We gonna get there. It's a fact. Even if I gotta go on train, but nah, we ain't going on no train. It's a fact. If I go on the train, I'll walk 2 or 3 blocks and then I'll be like, yo, I'm tired. Freaking tired, man. I'm telling you. That's what happens when I start walking. But I ain't gonna hold you. I walked from South Street Seaport, downtown Manhattan, back uptown to 225th and Broadway. Took me 7 hours, y'all. 7 hours, but your boy made it. It's 20 miles, and I ain't gonna hold you. I want to do it again, but you gotta relax. You gotta wait till the summertime because I probably won't even make it 4 or 5 blocks this time. Where once my feet get cold, like I'm a sweater. Once my feet get cold, that's it. I'm going inside. I'm taking the cab. I'm taking the bus, the train, all of them. You feel me? Now again, man, nothing's dangerous out here. Again, you know, as long as you mind your business, I'm telling you, this is the beautiful thing about New York City. Nobody cares what anybody got going on. I mean, don't get it twisted. Come down here with a crazy chain, you know what I mean? And you know, walk through at midnight, you know, the wolves are gonna get you. You feel me? But for the most part, man, don't nobody care. And yeah, you know what else too? I ain't gonna hold you. A gold chain will get snatched. You know what else too? How you call those? Those jackets. Canadian Goose. Those jackets, Canadian Goose, those you automatically getting robbed, you heard? Don't wear that. Don't put that on and come to the Bronx, you heard? If you got a Canadian Goose and you're not from here, stay your ass in Manhattan in the daytime. Don't come to the Bronx. I'm not lying to you. They will take your coat. You feel me? Right. Canada, not Canadian, my fault. Canada Goose. They will take your joint. And those coats are expensive. You feel me? They call biggies. That's what they call them out here. The biggies. They will take your joints. You feel me? If you got a China Goose, they're gonna crack you over the head, you heard? For having a fake one. But if you got the Canada Goose, they're gonna take your joint. I've seen it happen time and time again. You know what I mean? I remember right where we used to hang out. They used to come up the block and they would normally ask, you know what I mean? Oh, you know him or you know her? Yeah, Montclair's too, all that. But I'm not as much as the Montclair has died down here. Those damn Canada Goose joints, oh my God. I'm telling you. They just out there taking them joints. And that's everywhere, you know what I mean? If you're not in Manhattan in the daytime, I suggest, unless you like with 30, 40 people, don't wear that shit. Unless you want a problem, feel me? Luckily, you know. Luckily for me, I don't got $2,000 to spend on a coat, you know? But, you know, I got pels and all that. I got leathers and I wear them. But again, ain't nobody trying to rob you for a pel because most people are like that. That's, you know, played out already. Ain't nobody wearing no pels. But nah, ain't not played out, you heard? The joints are still elite, you heard? And if they not elite, at least mine is elite. So I ain't trying to hear none of that. Yo, but what's going on here, my people? I gotta use the bathroom, man. We just like, it's time for the horn, my people. We got gas this time. Well, yeah, when I was younger, Averex was, if you ain't having Averex, you was nobody back in the day. I remember I had like how you call that? Like the school joint? What is that? Like a varsity Averex? I thought I was the shit, you know? I remember that. But yeah, now those are the only things that mainly stick out like sore thumbs. If you got one of those jackets, that's like a for sure, somebody's gonna follow you. I remember, funny enough, I was downtown not too long ago. I was just saying, I went downtown at 1:30 in the morning. So I got there at like 2 o'clock, right? And this dude kept like playing me close. I'm walking and he kept like, you know, playing me close. So I was like, you know, I had the camera. I ended up putting the camera away and I was like, you know, I had to address the situation like, I don't know if you think I'm a tourist or, you know, like, you know, what's up? And forget about it. Oh no, yeah, I wanted to ask you. Don't ask me nothing. You know what I mean? Keep on pushing. But you know, again, you gotta know the vibes. You gotta know where you at. And you gotta know when you're in a sticky situation, you feel me? But yeah, again, if gone unchecked, that could have turned into something that, again, I would have, you know. Yeah, because that's, you know, he already seen that I was ready to take it somewhere where he didn't, you know, he didn't expect it. So, you know, once I put the camera away and I'm like, what's good? Oh, no, yeah, no, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? You might think I'm out here with a camera and I might look like, you know, don't get it twisted, boy. Because you will get it twisted. You know what I mean? But either way, no harm, no foul. He figured out immediately, like, oh, yeah, nah, this is a local. Word. Don't ask me. Next thing you ask me, I'm going to end up, you're ready. I'm gonna give you a tapa boca. If you Puerto Rican or Spanish, you know what that means. The next thing you say is gonna just, you know, hold that. And then whatever. Well, you know what I mean? You know, when I was younger, I would avoid it. Now, you're ready. I got that weight. So, a nice solid, you know what I mean? A nice solid tapu, you know what I mean? I'm gonna lay you down, my boy. Stop playing with me. But again, you know, we calm, ain't nothing. We ain't looking for no problems. We don't want no problems. You feel me? But when they come, we welcome them. You feel me? Yeah, you're ready. The tourists get got in the sense of, people, they gullible. So people will be like, oh, again, tourist traps. There's tourist traps everywhere. So the tourists are, if you could snatch a phone, that's another thing. They snatching phones. They don't care. In Manhattan, snatching phones. They snatching bags. They, panhandling. So while one of them is talking to you, the other one's digging in your bag. You're ready. So again, you got to check all that. You got to be on point. You know what I mean? You can't just. And again, when you're a tourist, because again, I'm a tourist of many places. Not too long ago, for Veterans Day, I was just in Virginia. I'm a tourist out there. I'm not from Virginia. And I had a great old time. And again, I meet some of the locals. They don't know that I'm from there or not, because maybe they do know I'm not from there, but again, I'm just a vibe that they're like, yo, we have fun with New York. That's New York. And again, I was in where the hell is Buc-ee's? Where they put the Buc-ee's at in Virginia? I don't even know. I know it was 6 hours from here, from the Bronx. It took me 6 hours to get there. I literally went to Buc-ee's, you heard? I've been to Buc-ee's plenty. But since they put one there, I said, you know what, let's go to Buc-ee's to get a brisket sandwich and all that. And word, I was just like, let me go out there. And again, I remember I was driving to Florida, and I passed through a town called, how the fuck was it called? Manhasset? So I don't know. It sounded weird. And this dude, I'm walking into the Walmart, and he was like, oh, did you work in Manasses? And I said, I've never been in the man's ass. And forget about it. The dude started laughing, we just started bugging up. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? But again, I don't need to know nobody. I could go anywhere in the world. I've been everywhere, you heard? And I get everything I need wherever I go, because I'm just, people come up to me a lot of the time. When I would be in Miami, people come up to me like, yo, we got the Zod. And I'm like, oh, look at that. You know what I mean? I didn't even have to go out my way. It came to me. You feel me? And again, when they be like, oh, let's go here, there. Again, I'm from New York, so nah, man, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I ain't going over there. You feel me? You trying to line me up. I don't know you. You know what I mean? But I still go. I'll be like, I'm going to go on my own. I'm not going with them, and you're ready. I keep it a buck, you heard? If I got to run, I'm running. If I got to duff you out, I'm going to duff you out. But if I can't, if I have to run, I am gone. You heard? I'm not. Listen, you got to keep it a buck. And I ain't going to front. I've gotten a little heavier. But if I got to run, hey, where's Usain Bolt? Line it up. Line him up. Where's Speed? Where's I show Speed? I'm going to show him Speed right now. But yeah, we on the Grand Concourse, my people. This is a long strip here. You heard? I think this is like a 5.5 mile strip. This goes all the way from 138 to Mashula. Again, this is like, look, that's one of the things right there. Oh no, that's a camera. But you see, once we get to my hood, that's one right there. It's hard to see. I can't zoom because I'm driving. But right on that light, you're gonna see. It's that gun box that I was talking about. But yeah, nah, I keep it a buck, you heard? I done had to run sometimes, you heard? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But again, when you go correct to a lot of these places, you ain't gotta run, you heard? People are normally looking for you like, yo, when you coming back down here? Yo, when you coming down here? It's like, you're ready. I'm just a bug out. In the beginning, if you meet me, if you don't know me, you'll see me and you'll be like, nah, he look like, I ain't trying to mess with him at all. Like, he just don't look like. You start talking to him and you're like, yo, you are bugged out. You are, I did not expect you to be like this. So yeah, man. Here we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ooh, yeah, that. This is the Paradise, you heard? It's not a theater no more, but when I was a little boy, I seen Jurassic Park right there, you heard? Papi took me right here. Papi, mami. And none of that, papi, mami. they took me right there to go see Jurassic Park, bro. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it, man. That was a good old time. But yeah, this is the Grand Concourse and 188. A lot of cuchifritos. Well, not a lot. There's only one cuchifrito here to the left. Delicious, you heard? I'm telling you, if you come to the Bronx, check all these places out. And there's these two dudes. They actually, they new to me, but there's these two heavier set gentlemen on YouTube and all that. They've been going to a lot of places here, and word, they've been showing you, yeah, everything online. Word, bro. They've been showing you like all the little eateries here, and they showed this cuchifrito here. And Boston, you heard? They used to have the mango. I don't know who knows what mango is. That's a Dominican breakfast. Mashed plantains with fried cheese, salami, and eggs. Joint used to be $6 here, you heard? For double everything. So you're ready. Big bag, big bag. Biggie, biggie, big bag. Welcome to the Bronx where you're going to get the big bag. You figure deals. And right here, on the other side of this thing, on the overpath, the cops be looking down, right? So if they see you on your phone and shit from above, they pulling your ass over. And you already know you're gonna catch that sluggo. That's a moving violation. You don't want that. So don't do it. Again, we pulling up to Poe Park. If anybody ever heard of Poe Park, it's named Poe Park because Edgar Allan Poe has a cottage there. Edgar Allan Poe was a gangster from the Bronx, you heard? Nevermore. It's a fact. But yeah, this is Poe Park right here. Right where that cop is. I'm gonna show you his little cottage. Yeah, this is on the Grand Concourse, you heard? On the Grand Concourse in between Kingsbridge and I don't even know that other cross. But that little cottage right there, past the Chimichurri, that's Edgar Allan Poe's cottage right there. You heard? You can visit it. It's a museum. You come in the daytime and you can go in there. I think that's where he wrote The Raven. I think. I might be lying. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm on straight. But nah, I think that's where he wrote it. I think that's where he wrote The Raven and all that. But yeah, if you ever visit the Bronx, you come early enough, you can go visit his cottage. When we turn on 196 and the Grand Concourse, the Armory is going to come up. The $300 million problem. An abandoned armory. An abandoned armory. Oh, let me see if I see one here. No. I don't see one, but the Grand Concourse is pretty calm too, you heard? I mean, things happen everywhere here in the Bronx, but these avenues are big, but they calm, you heard? Not too much, you know. Not a lot of craziness over here. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, the Bronx has calmed down a lot. There's still stuff happening, but for the most part, everything has calmed down because you know, there's a lot less kids out on the street now. A lot of them are on the phones and all that stuff like that. Word, bro, it is. It's calming, man. I'm telling you. Again, you know how it is. You could be in church, bro, and a fight breaks out. You heard? So it's like you're ready. Anywhere, anything can happen. So we're gonna go down. Yeah, we're gonna go down. I was gonna turn on Creston, but then I'm gonna get stuck on traffic. Word, that's what they said. They were supposed to make an ice skating rink here. This was years ago. I was hype about it because I was like, oh, word.